Been impressed with Penn State. Like I thought, like defensively, yeah, they're still good, but I like this Minnesota team defensively as well. So both of these quarterbacks just need to improve. I feel like this game, the winner of this game is going to score less than 20 points. I think this one's going to come down to the wire. It's going to be ugly, and I'm gonna pick the Golden Gophers to do it. Go on the road, get the upset.
Wow, we disagree again.
There we go. A&M, going back to the SEC, A&M and South Carolina. The Gamecocks have never beaten the Texas A&M Aggies. They're played every year since 2014. Both of these teams coming off bye weeks. I went back and forth on this one as well. I think A&M just has not looked very good. Obviously, the 2 straight losses to Mississippi State and at Alabama. South Carolina is coming off a big win at Kentucky without Will Levis. Oh, man, you look at Haynes King. He's been so average, if not just bad. Spencer Rattler probably hasn't even been average, like 5 touchdowns, 8 picks this year. Marshawn, these running games have been the bright spot of both teams. And I guess A&M, as much as we've hyped up their defense, like you look at the numbers and their defense.
You ran all over them. They have one of the worst run defenses in college football this year.
They really don't. I was a little surprised looking at the numbers about their defense. And that's what South Carolina's going to want to do. Marshawn Lloyd's having a really good year so far. And I think this is going to be it. I think this is the home dog of the week. If South Carolina can't beat this Texas A&M team, I'm not sure they ever will. So I think Shane Beamer really needs this win. Like this is a bad Texas A&M team. Like honestly, like I don't think they're going to be this bad for a while. I think their program's headed in the right direction. They just do not look good offensively this year. And if South Carolina wants to get to 8-9 wins or so, like they think they can, I think they're going to have to get this one. So give me the Gamecocks, home dog of the week, to win this one.
Can't believe you did it. What are you doing, Matt Green? Are you just trying to throw away this thing for me?
They got to go into Williams-Brice Stadium at night, sir.
Oh my God!
Do not take it lightly.
I am taking it lightly, and also, people forget co-coach of the year in 2021, Mr. Shane Beamer. How's it going? How is it going in South Carolina country versus Tennessee right now? I seem to recall me scoffing at the idea that this was a close thing and that this should have been a co-coach of the year thing. And I think both programs in a very different trajectory. I was told Spencer Rattler, preseason, best quarterback in the SEC.
To be fair, if you look at their schedule, like from a preseason wins, losses standpoint, Arkansas and Georgia are not 2 games they should have won, and they are 4-2 right now.
Tennessee beat Florida. They go to Pitt. They beat Bama at home. What do you mean?
We're not comparing South Carolina and Tennessee.
If you're going to give them co-coach of the year, year 2 for both.
That was last year.
You have Spencer Rattler. You could have done this with Hendon Hooker if you had the personnel, you had the system, you had the scheme, you had...
We're not comparing 2022 Tennessee and 2021 South Carolina.
I'm saying 2022 South Carolina. This offense was supposed to be explosive and fun.
But I'm saying he won 2021 co-coach of the year or whatever.
Yeah.
We're talking 2022. They're obviously not as good as Tennessee. But I'm saying they lost to Georgia and Arkansas, and then they've beaten
They didn't just lose to Georgia. They got absolutely obliterated by Georgia.
I mean, that's true, but we're also talking about Texas A&M here, who obviously they almost beat Alabama. But they also lost big to Mississippi State. They lost to App State. Like, this is not a good football team. Like, also,
App State's also better than South Carolina.
I mean, I don't know. That's possible. But someone at Texas A&M should talk to the SEC office. There should never be a time. They do have a bye week last week.
Yeah, that's important. They had a bye.
But South Carolina did too. But there should never be a time where someone plays 3 straight road games. Like that's garbage. They gotta take that one up with the SEC office.
Well, they've lost 2 straight. South Carolina's won 3 straight. The Aggies are last in scoring offense in the SEC, which is not where you want to be. But South Carolina only averages 20 points a game versus Power 5 competition. If you want to be in a dogfight, this is the team that A&M should absolutely beat, because South Carolina's not going to just run away with this one. Their high-powered offense that does not exist is not going to be a problem here. So, no, give me the Aggies to win and cover. This is, I'm not going to lock it up for the week, but you can all miss me with this South Carolina stuff. Like, no, they're going to be lucky to make a bowl game.
No one's hyping up South Carolina.
People are picking South Carolina in this one. You just
clear.
pick South Carolina over the
I want
Aggies.
that to be clear. This is an indictment on Texas A&M. This is an indictment on Texas A&M.
You just have a bone to pick with Texas A&M for being this bad this year.
I mean, I think they just haven't been a good team.
Just fraudulent.
I don't think good team. I think if you're not a good team and you go on the road in the SEC, the results usually aren't good. So I think they're very flawed. I don't have much idea what to expect from them week in, week out, because they got dominated by Mississippi State and then almost beat Alabama. Like, there's no rhyme or reason really to this team, and it's a hostile environment. This is going to be a rowdy atmosphere in Williams-Brice, which is an underrated home field advantage in college football, in my personal opinion. Gotta love the Sandstorm.
Can't wait for it in a month from now. Can't wait to just walk into the Sandstorm and blow the doors off those South Carolina Gamecocks.
Can't wait.
I want 70-0. I want an absolute bloodbath. I'm not sure there will be a more emotionally charged game for me than the South Carolina game. And I want the co-coach of the year just blasted all over Knoxville for the full week of practice, and Heupel getting asked about what's it like playing the coach who you shared the co-coach at newcomer of the year in the SEC last year. What are your thoughts? Oh God, I'm like getting all hyped up. It's late. Shouldn't do it. All right, can we move on so I don't just lose my mind over another South Carolina is maybe back conversation?
You see, I don't know why it has to go to that point. We're just talking one game. It doesn't need to be South Carolina's back or anything. They just could be better.
Oh, how about this, A&M? True or false? South Carolina wins this one. It's gonna be an emotionally charged post game from Shane Beamer in the locker room.
Hey, you just don't hate his energy, all right? He's got to do what he's got to do for his team, for his program, all right?
At some point,
I got hype on that last video that they threw out there.
Congratulations on beating the Will Levis-less Kentucky Wildcats on the road. There you go.
Hey man, you got to celebrate the victories.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long week of practice. A lot of preparation goes into each of these weeks. You gotta celebrate them.
Wait, what's the rest of their schedule, by the way? Could they lose the rest of the way? Could they lose out starting with A&M?
You're
I
talking
feel like their
South
schedule's
Carolina?
tough, right? Oh, they have Vanderbilt still. That's it. Okay.
So we got
Vanderbilt,
A&M,
Mizzou,
Missouri, at Vanderbilt, at Florida, Tennessee, at Clemson.
So they lose the last 3.
And they could easily win these next 3.
So what?
They can beat Florida. Like, Florida's not a good team. So
true.
I think they can reasonably think they can win 7-8 games, I think, for sure. I think that's definitely a possibility. 8 is the max, I think, but because that takes winning this week. But because they're not beating Tennessee or Clemson to finish the season.
Do they have 3 wins or 4 right now?
They're 4-2.
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
so it's possible.
I'm gonna say 6-6 is how they finish.
We'll see. Hey, that's possible too. Keeping it.